Are you looking for ways to ship tires and wheels for the most affordable, if not the cheapest way possible? Well, look no further because in this video, I'm going to be sharing some tips on the best ways to save money when shipping tires or wheels. This can apply to people who are actually wanting to sell tires online or people who just want to ship a product. But again, mainly it's going to be targeted for those who are wanting to start a business in selling tires or wheels online. Now, in my channel, I provide tips and guidance to those in the tire industry, helping hundreds of people every week. So if this is something you're interested or feel passionate about, definitely consider subscribing. And also don't forget to smash the like button in this video, because again, I do give a lot of valuable tips and advice when it comes to drop shipping tires or wheels. And in this case, we're going to be talking about shipping expenses. Now, before we get started, let's hook you up with a question. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the amount it costs to ship a tire or a wheel? If so, you are not alone. Shipping can actually be a major expense for any business, and it can be especially challenging when these things that you're shipping are heavy and bulky like wheels and tires. So how can you save money on shipping without sacrificing quality and speed? Well, here are my top tips. Tip number one is shop around for carriers. Don't just go ahead and drive into FedEx or USPS and tell them to print you a label to ship this product, wheel or tire, because that's going to be most likely the most expensive way of shipping a product. Take the time to compare between carriers. So for example, currently in Las Vegas, I use FedEx ground, USPS ground, GLS, GSO, Uni shippers, and there's a lot more suppliers or carriers that can help you with these sorts of packages. Make sure you're considering rates and shipping times, and also consider using solutions that pretty much integrate all these carriers together. Like I personally use Shippo, but again, there's other ship stations and there's other solutions out there that you could just connect all your carriers into one single place, and you can just simply, type in the dimensions, the weight, and the package, and then you get a list of all the FedEx, rates, or all your rates within one single platform. Tip number two for saving and shipping would be using the correct or the most appropriate package. When it comes to wheels, obviously it's, fairly self-explanatory. The wheel itself can just be, the box itself can just be shipped like that. I know some companies put the wheels in another box, in order to protect the wheel, because sometimes those wheels, get dropped and they could potentially get damaged. If you do that, of course, it's going to increase the price of your expense or the total cost. But again, if a lot of wheels are coming back damaged or returned, then, I guess it compensates to spend a little extra on boxes. But for example, when it comes to tires, I do have a story to share. Some years ago, my team was using shipping tape to stick the shipping label into the tire. Not only was this expensive, but it was also very impractical, and it still would fall sometimes because the rubber wouldn't stick as well with, the shipping tape wouldn't stick as well to the rubber of the tire. We were spending about $100, if not $200 worth of shipping tape every week just because we were labeling all these hundreds of tires. Later, we found out that we could use this plastic film that's only like $15, and we could maybe use it for like about 500 tires. And honestly, we've been able to save a lot more doing it this way. I know some companies also use a special sticky shipping label that instead of, doing everything, when it comes to new tires, you could just tape it and that should do the trick. But anyways, the next tip I have for you is considering consolidation. Now, what does this mean? If you're shipping multiple tires or wheels, consider shipping them into as one instead of multiple packages. This will save you a lot of money, but again, just keep in mind that it doesn't work on all products. Again, if you're shipping some big empty, 33 by 12.5 20s, you cannot just bundle two tires and say it's one package, because then, most carriers will say that's out of bounds already when it comes to dimensions and weight. But again, if let's say you sold 4 tires of the 195, 65, 15, you might still be able to bundle 2 of those together. And so instead of paying, $20 or $30 per tire, 4 times, maybe you could bundle 2 of these tires. You have 2 packages, which is 4 tires, and maybe you're going to pay $35, which again, technically still saves you some money. The fourth tip I have for you is negotiate with carriers. Don't be afraid to call FedEx or to call the specific carrier you're working with and ask for a better rate. If you have a good relationship with this specific carrier, and even if you don't have a lot of volume, sometimes they will help you out and give you a bit of a discount just to get you started. Once you have a large volume of packages or shipments, then again, you should be feeling a lot more comfortable asking for better rate. Now, the fifth tip I have for you guys today on how to save in shipping expenses is using a drop shipping solution like the tiredealer.com. Now, let me explain. The tiredealer.com not only lets you access over 600 warehouses ready to ship products into your customers, making it extremely convenient, but they also share their already pre-negotiated rates and flat rates with you pretty much the moment you sign up. So instead of you having to, negotiate your own rates or do all these things by, from scratch, you could pretty much just integrate with them, and then they start sending you all the products and wheels they have, and you can sell them. And pretty much once you sell something, you could send it over through the tiredealer.com portal. They will give you, the best rate. They will give you a total price of the cost of the tire. And it's a fairly simple solution that a lot of people have been jumping in and taking advantage, especially those trying to get into the tire online drop shipping business. So again, if this is a solution you're interested, please feel free to scan the QR code right here or click in the link in the description below so you can schedule a demo, and find out more about this possible solution. Keep in mind that it's not just for you to sell tires online, but also if you want to build your own site, we are technically a software development company targeted specifically for tire businesses in the tire industry. So again, feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. I'm very, very involved in this project. So again, those are the sponsors for this video as well. But that is another way that you could be saving in shipping, because again, just an example, we just signed up with one of the largest suppliers in the US, and they are sharing their flat rate shipping with us. There is a small network fee in terms of using the portal or placing orders through our portal, but again, it can all be automated, and it really is just targeted to continue powering the software and the servers and the maintenance of the system. But again, guys, that's another way that you could be saving on shipping when it comes to shipping tires and wheels. And again, by following these tips, you can rest assured you're not going to be sacrificing any quality or speed of shipping. Now, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please help me by smashing that like button. Consider subscribing. Don't forget to reach out to me anytime via my email, which you can find in the description below, or also via Instagram. I respond to all my comments. I might take, some time, but I do respond to all my comments. It's not some assistant or AI. So again, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you guys staying till the end. Have a great rest of your day. See you next time. Peace.